Hello everyone, you're welcome to another edition of Victor Isibo Reviews. If you're a first timer here, make sure to hit the red subscribe button below. Turn on the notifications so that you don't miss my subsequent videos. And if you're a returnee, thank you for coming back. This is a power-packed message to, inspire you and change your circumstances. Okay? And right now, I do not know what you're going through. I do not know about your finances, most especially. I do not know how you struggle. I do not know your pains, your financial pains. I do not know how much debt you owe. But I bring you good news that all that can change after watching this video. So long as you can implement the things I talk about. And it's easy to implement because I've applied to these principles in my life, and it took me from where I was as a broke youth corps service returnee to where I am today, doing very well financially. These are things that are proven to work. And if you put them to work, it's going to work for you. It works for everybody because these are simple rules, simple to follow rules that will ensure that you stop begging, you stop owing, you stop lacking, then you start earning all you need to earn to pay your bills. Okay? If you're willing to learn, nobody can stop you. If you're not willing to learn, nobody can help you. That is the reality of life. Now, someone would say, oh, you say these things you're about to talk about is easy. How come some people are still poor? Or are you saying they've never heard it before? Now, my response to you is that these things are easy to follow, but they are easier not to follow. It is easier for you to ignore all that you learn than for you to actually do them. And the way some people's brains are wired, they are wired to take the easier path. Now it's easy to follow these principles. It is easier to ignore them. So readily, people tend to ignore these very simple and very basic principles of life as regards their finances. Like I always like to start, if I were to ask you why you are where you are right now financially, you have a plethora of excuses. Now, they say when someone is determined to do something, they will find a way to do it. And when someone is determined not to do something, they will find an excuse. Okay? Now, you can blame your country. Like when I came back from youth service, I was dead broke. Now, I blamed my country. I blamed some innocent relatives. I blamed my parents. I blamed my society. And guess what? My life turned around in about 3 years after apportioning all these blames. And guess what? I had same parents. I had same siblings. The government ruling my country was the same. My society was the same. Isn't that remarkable? It is remarkable. But there's a lesson to take away from that. Your government would remain the same. Pretty much the same people, parade the corridors of power. Their faces may change, but they have pretty much the same policies, You will have the same siblings. You will have pretty much same conditions around you that you cannot change. You can't single-handedly change your president. You can't change your siblings. You want to kill them all? No, you can't. But there's something you can change, and that is all you need to change. And what is it? Look into the mirror. You have to change. Jim Rohn's mentor, El Sharf, told him, if you can change your life, everything will change about you. If you can change the way you think, change the way you talk, change your approach to business, change your mentality to life and approach to life, things will change for you. How long have you been struggling financially? 5 years, 6 years, 7 years? Now let's look at those 5, 6, 7 years. What have you done or not done in those years? Then you have to stop doing those things. Then you have to start doing the ones that you have not been doing. It's simple. It is very simple. It's like a football coach who was brought on board to remedy a bad situation. You get on board, check what they have been doing that has not been working, you change it. Look at what they should have been doing that they've not been doing, you start doing it. That way you stand a chance towards achieving success. Now let's talk about some economics and the labor force, the labor market. You see, some people say, I get paid $5 for an hour. Okay, $5 for an hour. That's wrong. They are not being paid for their time. They are being paid for the value they bring to the marketplace. Okay? If you were being paid for time, say $10 an hour, if you think so, then why don't you just stay in your house and tell your employer to send you a paycheck of $10 for every hour you stay in your house watching TV, eating popcorn, kissing your wife, kissing your husband, tendering to your kids? No. So it's not a function of time, it's a function of your value. Now, if you're being paid $5 an hour, you are $5 valuable. Your value attached to you by your employer is $5. Okay, so now when you want to make more money, the mediocre people with short sights, people who are myopic in their thinking would say, oh, to make more money, earning $5 an hour, I used to work 8 hours per day, that's $40. So what I need to do is work 20 hours. That's their thinking. Work 20 hours so that you can earn $100 per day. Now, a smart thinking person would say, instead of me to work extra hours to earn more money, why don't I increase my value so that I could be earning, say, $50 an hour? Okay? $5 an hour, to earn $100, you need to work 20 hours. $50 an hour, you need to work just 2 hours. Don't increase the time. Increase your value. There are people that their job, their skill is so important, they determine what they earn. They negotiate. Companies don't place value on them. They do personal evaluation of the job and give the company their charges. Now, the company may say, this is too much. But when they go back and they reflect, they'll be like, this guy is the best at this. If we want a thorough job, then we have to give it to him. How come that guy is so important and so relevant? It's because he is valuable. He is valuable. The reason why many hardworking people are poor today is because they work harder on their job than on themselves. When people say when you're hardworking at work, you're going to be rich, you're going to make money, I laugh because it's absolutely nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Do you know what hard work is? Can you push a cart in the market under high sun intensity for 24 hours non-stop? Have you been to a building construction site and you see those guys that push wheelbarrows, mix cement with sand, carry blocks? Those guys carry molded blocks, several ones, up several flights of steps, working hard. And there's the supervisor somewhere who all he does is come with a piece of paper and pen and looking what's going on. He can even wear a suit. And guess what? He earns more than times 10 of that guy who's mixing cement, pushing wheelbarrows, sweating, looking dirty, looking like a pig. What is the difference between this laborer and this supervisor? The supervisor is more valuable. You have to increase your value in life. How do you increase your value? You have to acquire skills. Have the know-how. There are high income skills we've talked about in previous videos that can make you stand in a class of your own. You have to develop yourself. You could be a sales boy at a supermarket earning $5 per hour. You're never going to get rich no matter how hard you work, no matter how much time you decide to work overtime. Even if you lived there at the supermarket earning $5 every single hour of your life, you would still die in poverty. It's not about increasing the number of time you work. It's about increasing your value. You make yourself more valuable. You become more relevant to the marketplace. Self-development is very, very important. How you talk, how you think, your general mindset. It will invariably improve your standard of living. Imagine if you learned a skill at how to draft tenders and contracts. If, for instance, you were a cleaner at an office and you're being paid $5 an hour, and you approach your boss and told him, I know how to bid for contracts. Are you certain? Have you done this before? But I can try. And just for starters, just like a mock tender, like a mock opportunity, you're asked to make a tender for a small contract because they don't want to take too much risk on you, and you did it and it went through. Automatically, your value has increased. No, nobody needs you in that cleaning department anymore. Drop that mop stick. Now come and be working with our contract engineers. You actually have something to offer. Look around you. What are some of the high income skills around you that will edify you and give you a better chance of increasing your financial income? You don't get a pay rise by asking. What? This company does not belong to you. Your boss is going to show you the exit door. If you're an entrepreneur, you do not increase your income by demanding more from your clients. For you to demand more, you have to increase your value. You have to increase the quality of your service. Learning is a continuous process. It never stops for as long as you live. Hard work on your job will not earn you more money or give you more success. You're going round in circles. You keep earning $5 for life until maybe a divine intervention happens and your boss decides to give you a raise out of pity, add a few cents to your pay. But if you increase your value, your boss has no choice than to pay you more than you're earning now. If you increase your value, your clients have no choice than to pay more than they pay you now. The most important development you can undergo is personal development. I hope you learned something from this video, and I wish that you share this video with whoever needs to see this. This video is dedicated to the late American motivational speaker, Jim Rohn. I'm actually one of his ardent followers. I'm one of his students. So my school of thought was shaped by these great men. Legends don't die, he lives on. I remain Victor Isibo Reviews. Let me see your comments in the comment section below, and I hope that you will take conscious effort to develop yourself. Till I see you next time, it's bye for now.